afternoon. Today is Friday, October 27th, and last night we had a Thursday night matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills. And Bucks, what happened? Well, I'll tell you what happened. Josh Allen doing what Josh Allen does best at being the QB juggernaut on the field. That's what happened.
Silly bitch, your weapons cannot harm me. Don't you know who the fuck I am? I'm the juggernaut.
Man, those are the golden days of YouTube. Y'all remember that? I think that was like, what, 2009? I was in college when that came out. I don't care. I'm 34 years old. I still go back and watch that from time to time. That's what happens. Anyways, back to Josh. 31 of 40 for 324 and 3 TDs. That's some good eating right there. That's what happened. Had one interception on his stat sheet for the night, but that wasn't a result of bad decision making. That was just good hustle on the D-line. I think that was a DN. It might have been a linebacker, but whoever it was, he batted the ball like 10 feet into the air, and the D lineman went after it and came down with it. It was a really good play. That's what happened. Give all your receivers a hug in practice today, Josh, because they all showed you love. Khalil Shakir, 6 of them things for 92 yards. Gabe Davis, 9 of them things for 87 and a touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 9 of them things for 70 yards. Dalton Kincaid, 5 of them things for 65 yards and a touchdown. They all showed you love. That's what happened. James Cook had 14 carries for 67 yards. He got them what they needed when it counted. That's what happened. Solid group effort for the Bills offense. I give them an A++. That's what happened. Now, on to the Buccaneers and to check in on my favorite childhood hero, the OG Baker Mayfield. Even though I'm like 6 years older than Baker, but I don't care. I knew that man was going to be great. I ain't going to never be able to badmouth Baker Mayfield. That man took us to our first playoff appearance since 2002 and our first playoff win since 1994, and it was against that pile of yellow and black turds in uniforms and helmets that we hate so much in our division, also known as the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it was glorious. That's what happened. All of that aside, Baker didn't play bad, though. He was 25 of 42 for 237 with 2 TDs, and most of those incompletions were just chalked up to good defense from the Bills secondary. I mean, them boys was all over them Bucs receivers like a bumblebee on a dandelion. That's what happened. He didn't throw any interceptions for the night, so that's always a plus. He had a couple of hiccups here and there where he threw in a double coverage. I remember one in particular. He threw it to Mike Evans, and he was covered by Jordan Poyer and whoever the safety was. And he used to do that same thing when he played for Cleveland. I don't know what it is about Baker Mayfield, and he has a habit of trying to squeeze the ball into tight windows. But, to his defense, he ran that same play a few plays earlier, and Mike Evans actually caught it for a first down. So I don't know if he thought he could have the same magic twice. I don't know, but that's what happened. Another product of that good Bills defense was the fact that Baker lightweight took a little bit of a beating. He got sacked 3 times. Man, when you take that 3-step drop and you look down the field and all you see is blue jerseys and white helmets in front of all your receivers, then you look to your right and then you look to your left and all you see is blue jerseys and white helmets closing in to tackle you, only thing you can do, tuck that thing in like a baby and fall with it. That's what happened. Despite all of the sacks and incomplete passes, they still managed to make it a one-possession game when Baker Mayfield threw a late-game touchdown pass to Mike Evans, making the score 18-24 with less than 3 minutes left on the game clock. That's what happened. The Buccaneers actually had a chance to win this game with 4 seconds left on the game clock. There's 4 seconds left. They're down by 1 touchdown. I believe the ball was on their own 45, if I'm not mistaken. So in a situation like that, what do? Run the Hail Mary, of course. Everybody got downfield. All of the receivers, the tight end, everybody got downfield. And Baker Mayfield threw the most perfect Hail Mary pass that you could possibly throw. The target of that ball was dead smack center in the middle of the end zone. But the only thing that went wrong on the play is that none of the receivers looked back to see when the ball was thrown. That's what happened. Take a look at this play real quick. Let me know what you think.
5. Mayfield dancing all around. Throw it as far as he can throw it. Jump ball coming. Crazy stuff. Not this time. Incomplete.
Somehow, I don't know if anybody touched that football.
I don't think so either. One of the rare times it's not batted by somebody.
Somehow, some way, that ball hits the ground. I thought Chris Godwin was the closest, 14.
Yeah.
I just don't think he ever really located the football. By the time he looks up, look at that.
Ooh.
If he would have looked earlier, wow, he catches that ball. They got a couple Buffalo guys on the ground, and Godwin's right there. He just didn't look up and see the football.
One of those crazy deals.
Just at the last second, Al, he sees it.
You can call penalties on a bunch of guys here if you really wanted to, but look at this crazy stuff.
Now, I'm a little older, but the game hasn't changed that much since I used to play. And back when I played, when we ran the Hail Mary, as a receiver, you only had 2 jobs. 1, get downfield to the end zone as fast as possible. And 2, always look back to see where the ball is at. Those were your only 2 jobs as a receiver on the Hail Mary. Bro, none of these guys turned around to see where the ball was until they all got into the end zone. I don't even think Cade Otton even made it into the end zone. He got double teamed or something and fell down at the 1-yard line, but Mike Evans, Trey Palmer, and worst of all, Chris Godwin, none of them turned around to see where the ball was at. Chris Godwin was the closest person to the ball when it came down, but by the time he turned around, the ball was already on its way to hit the ground. That's what happened. If Chris Godwin turns around a second earlier, he makes this play, and we're having a whole different conversation about this game right now. But things happen. It's a learning lesson. They didn't make the play. You move on. They lost. It happens. All in all, this is a pretty enjoyable game. I watched it from start to finish. Baker Mayfield, I don't have any problems with how he played. Like I said, most of his incompletions just came down to just good defense. It wasn't bad decisions. He had a couple of hiccups where he threw in the double coverage, but he also had a couple of good plays where he threw in the double coverage, and he got a couple first downs out of them. Mike Evans had a touchdown late in the game. Chris Godwin had a TD. Baker Mayfield did his thing. They had a 2-point conversion. I think I might actually be the only person left in Cleveland that actually still likes Baker Mayfield, but I was actually rooting for him to win this game, but it just didn't have enough firepower at the end and enough good execution to get the job done, and now Buffalo's walking away with another dub in the column. So congratulations, Buffalo. You guys fought hard. You guys got the victory, and I think I'll end this one right there. Tomorrow is college football. There's no Colorado playing tomorrow. They'll be playing next Saturday on the 4th. Ohio State actually has Wisconsin at Wisconsin, so 9 times out of 10, I'll be covering that game, and we'll see what happens. I'll catch you guys next time.